vicious attack at a West Side gas station.
And thieves target a man because of the gold chain he was wearing. Tonight he's talking with our Tim Pamplin, who joins us from the scene with the night cam. Tim.
It was a typical afternoon here at this West Warren gas station in Detroit near Grand Boulevard. Customers coming in, filling up with gas, buying lottery tickets. It was a favorite spot for our victim, Jamal.
Thanks, Lee.
Customer walks in, shakes his hand, a couple more customers behind. The guy in the black. Pay close attention to him. And his buddy right behind. They're looking for some easy pickings, and Jamal is their target.
I hit the lottery.
Jamal won $30,000 on the Michigan lottery, bought himself a $20,000 necklace. You see, he's wearing it there. He's heard of people getting robbed for their jewelry.
Yeah, it's a thing. So I was just looking around, making sure nobody ain't trying to get my chain,
But they did get his chain. He walks out the store. The suspects were waiting.
So I ran back, tried to get back into the gas station. They had grabbed me, tackled me down.
A particularly vicious attack, punching him, kicking him, getting him to the ground, ripping off his gold.
They took off running and jumped in their car and took off down Warren.
The gas station owner says he recognized that tall guy in that black top. A few months back, he was in the store. There he is in the white hoodie this time. And his MO was exactly the same. Scope out somebody with some jewels. Here, this man walking towards the store, grabs his necklace and runs away. Investigators believe he lives in the area. They're asking anybody who knows who he is to please give them a call. And that's the scene on the West Side with the night cam. Tim Pamplin, Local 4.
Okay, so you saw the news clip about a man who, in Michigan, won $30,000, which is pretty good for a person that may live in a low-income neighborhood. That is something that could get them started toward a new home, a new car, anything like that. It's a good amount of money. But this man won $30,000 and he bought a $20,000 chain, leaving him with $10,000. Now, I want to say first, I am not someone who is going to pocket watch or police someone or tell anybody what to do. But, and I know what they say about but after what you've just said, but just looking at the neighborhood, I think that maybe the first thing that you would do is maybe think about moving away from the dangerous area of that neighborhood. Or maybe that's just me, because when I heard about this story, it just made me shake my head. I was so ashamed and embarrassed, and it's like, so out of everything that you could have possibly purchased, you purchase jewelry, a chain. What really bothers me is I do have this strong feeling that Black people should get reparations. I will never change my mind on that at all. We are due reparations and we will get it the easy way or the hard way. But what really bothered me is this is money that has come into your hands, so you can possibly build to being a high value man, right? But what does this man do? I know people are gonna say this is judgment, but honestly, seeing the type of neighborhood that he lives in, if you listen closely, he said that he knew that people were snatching jewelry. Now, in the back of my mind, I'm like, okay, let's say you got it insured. I don't believe he got it insured, but let's just say he got it insured, and maybe that was a group of his friends, and he's going to get that chain back plus the insurance money. Okay, fine. That's what you're going to do. Oh, well, I wouldn't have a problem with that. But I know that if he did not get that chain insured, I just know it. And just him knowing, and he's heard of people having their jewelry snatched or being robbed or held up. You would buy a $20,000 chain and you would walk into that same area where these crimes have been committed. It's fishy to me. It is very fishy to me. But to actually just be there, it was insane to me. Because when I heard of this man winning $30,000, but what really bothered me the most, besides you going somewhere where you know that your jewelry could be snatched and you heard of this happening before, is the fact that you would spend $20,000 on a necklace to walk around a neighborhood like that. You could have taken that money and you could have purchased you a new car. You could have put a down payment on a home with some land. You could have maybe provided your children with a starter trust fund. You could have invested that money. I'm not specifically saying the stock market, but you could have started a business account, or you could have done all those things. You could have cleared your credit. There are so many things that you could do, but you decide to buy a chain. I'm not ragging on someone if they want to buy some jewelry. Are things that should be checked off the list before you get to that. Like I said, maybe getting out of the neighborhood, maybe trying to get you a home, maybe trying to provide a better life for your children, trying to start a business, trying to get some education, all of that. There's a lot of information out there. There's a lot of things that you can do and put money aside. But basically now he's out of $20,000 of his $30,000 and he only has $10,000 left. And I doubt he's going to make a smart decision with that. I'm not trying to judge. I'm just saying anyone who buys a $20,000 necklace and they're living in that type of neighborhood and they are not trying to seek to do better or go somewhere safer, they are not someone who should be trusted with money. And I'm not saying they shouldn't have money, but they should have they should go to someone who can do what's in their best interest, or seek information out if you don't trust people, to know what to do and to weigh your options. Because like I said, I'm a big proponent of reparations, but the reason why I think we haven't received them is because within a year, I would give it a year, it would be back in the hands of the people who paid it to us. I doubt there would be a lot of us who would seek, buying land, investing, or doing something as far as our education, buying property and land, starting a business account. I mean, we could get together and buy a town, and I just doubt that would happen with a lot of people. I think some people would do it and it would influence others to come along. I do believe over time that the reason we are not being given these reparations, but it's going to come to a point where we have to survive. We have to come together. We're going to have to put away our differences, and we're going to be forced into it. And that would make a better outcome, a better situation for all of us as a group, as a people group. This is going to be a short one. You know, it just bothered me to hear that someone would win the lottery and they would buy a chain instead of making more investments so they could bring in more income and money, because that was definitely a blessing and that could have helped him and his family and his children. And I feel like it was squandered on something that could have been put on the back burner after making those investments and possibly starting a business. And he could have bought more than one, you know. But I'll go ahead and end it here. Let me know what you thought when you heard this story. If you heard this story, go ahead and drop a comment, and I will see you in the next one.